Remember, finding great car service
starts with an investigation. How you doing, everybody? My name is Chris,
Hey, I'm Gary.
and welcome to Car Service Investigations.
What's up, internet world again? I've missed you guys. How you been? Hi, Chris.
Hi, Gary. Thanks for your introduction.
It doesn't get old, does it, guys? It's like he just sits in his own little world, folks. So, how you doing, bro?
I'm doing good, man. You doing well?
Yeah, doing good. You know, it's a little hot here. You know, I think we're going to hit like 105, 107. Whoo! Why I got the Hawaiian shirt on, baby.
I'm enjoying my 67 degrees on the coast, my friend.
Yeah,
the
well,
water's beautiful, and
there you go.
little foggy today out here. So yeah, life is good. We're going to dive right into it. And so what we're going to dive in today is talking about how to sell a car, because I'm thinking it's time to get a new car.
Ooh, you're going to sell that Honda with 275,000 miles on it and a Prius that's actually in good condition, believe it or not, folks. So
yeah. No, that's the thing, right, lady?
Yeah.
Well,
so
it's just time, right? It's just time.
Yep.
Yeah, I'm tired of driving the Honda. I'm just tired of it. Knowing what I know is coming. It's just going to be in the shop more and more and more.
Right.
And I want to avoid that. So
the disadvantage of not owning a shop anymore, Chris.
Oh God. Yeah, right.
But let's talk about how do consumers go. What's the first thing a consumer should do, bro, in getting ready to sell their car? So this whole video, folks, is to help you with some things you probably already know, but some things you might not know. So what's the first step? Right? Yeah, what's the first step, Chris?
Is going to kellybluebook.com, kbb.com.
Right.
And that is the tried and true industry system that rates the value of all cars, used cars.
Yep. Agreed.
And so it allows you to get an idea of what a trade-in value would be, and also a private sale.
Yeah. So we're gonna break down that real quick.
Yeah.
So everything on here, Chris, we're gonna just talk in $20,000 range. So that you're trying to sell your car for $20,000. And understand, folks, this is so how Kelley Blue Book goes from fair, good, very good to excellent.
Yeah.
And most cars, unless you have a 2021 with 12,000 miles on it, you're not going to fall into that 2% range. It's rare. I know in past shows we've talked about this. Yeah, it's rare. And it's sort of funny. Kelley Blue Book will not rate a poor condition car. That's maybe for another episode. But so fair is requires some mechanical repairs. Good is about 50% of the value cars that they see, and that's about. So it says some repairable cosmetic defects, and it's free of major mechanical repairs. Very good has minor cosmetic defects with excellent mechanical conditions, and excellent. It looks like new, and it's got no mechanical problems whatsoever. Right. So with that being said, this is how you gauge what your car is worth. Again, we're looking at $20,000. You have a car that you think is worth $20,000. You're not going to go on Craigslist or Edmunds or someone or Auto Trader and say, "Oh, well, my same car right there, they're selling it for $26,000." Well, that car might have a brand new transmission, a brand new engine, whatever it might be. Okay, Chris. So what's the next step that they should do, you think? And once they've got the Kelley Blue Book out of the way, what's the next thing?
Well, you're gonna first and foremost decide which way you're going to sell it, right? Privately, trade-in, dealer. So let's talk privately, right?
Well, no. What's the next thing they're going to do after they go into Kelley Blue Book?
Yeah, after you go to Kelley Blue Book, you're going to want to decide which way is best for you, right? Let's say I want to sell it privately because I know that gives me the best cash for my car. I'm going to get more money selling it privately than any other option. And to do that, I want to take the car to a mechanic.
Okay, there you go. That's what I want to hear.
Inspected, right? I want to know the condition of the car. I'm going to take it in, and I'm going to ask the mechanic to pick it apart.
There you go.
And what it's going to take to bring this car to like new status again.
Well, safety stuff, stuff like that.
Right, but there's going to be smaller things that you don't always know about. Okay, so they're really going to pick this car apart. They're going to look at all of the bushings. They're really going to go down and dirty, right? So, once you know what's wrong with your car, let's say, your car's 80, 90,000 miles, Gary, and you took it in for the shop for that inspection, and they gave you a list of $3,500 in repairs, right? Nothing was, let's just say half of it was like just control arm bushings are starting to crack. They're starting to see, a little leak from one of the shocks, right? And maybe you need a set of tires, right? So obviously you want to take care of the quote safety issues, tires, but a cracking control arm bushing and a shock that's just starting to leak, that doesn't necessarily add value to the car if you fix it.
Agreed. I agree with you.
Right. Versus the option of saying, no, the car's really good shape, but the serpentine belt is starting to crack, and you could certainly do with some fluid exchanges.
Yeah. Right? So, and maybe your battery's 4 years old and you put a battery in it.
Right. So there's a big difference there, right? Because you could invest that money, $500, $600, $700 into that maintenance, the belt, battery, and some fluids. And that's going to make the car more appealing because you get to list those things being done. Any potential buyer is going to pay attention to those listings.
Correct.
Right? Versus
when
you're
not going to you're not going to get that money back either, folks.
No.
We're not saying that you're going to invest $500.
Yeah.
And I'm thinking more in the line, Chris, that you're spending, let's say you did a belt and a battery and some fluids and you spent $400. Let's just say $400, right? And then, so what's the next thing you would do after you did all that? You got a list that you're going to list with whoever. Right. So what's the next thing you would do?
You're going to want to get the car detailed inside and out, and you're going to want to get the engine steam cleaned.
Okay? And dressed up.
And dressed up, because that is eye candy. That is appealing. Okay. When your car looks good on the outside, and then they pop open that hood and it looks clean. Wow. That's a selling point. And it makes it harder for any potential buyer to haggle you down on the price you're trying to get.
Right. And I agree with this, folks. We did this. Right. The one thing, and the reason why we're telling you to take it to your mechanic is when we owned a shop, we did a lot of used car inspections for people.
Oh, yeah.
And the buyer was responsible for paying that. And Chris and I charged up almost $200 to do a used car inspection if we did a compression test on a 4-cylinder engine. And so this gives the buyer a peace of mind. As the seller, it gives you peace of mind that if they decide to take the car to their mechanic, you already have a list. You don't say, oh, well, I already took it to mechanic. You just let them do what they're doing, because if you're going to get, not screwed over per se, but they're going to try to haggle you. Go, no, we're good, man. Thank you. Again, you're not going to get your value back. I don't want you guys thinking that, oh, well, I just spent $600-$700 on, doing minor servicing. Maybe I had to put 4 tires on it. Hey, look, you're going to have to do that anyway. Again, your car's value on Kelley Blue Book is only $20,000. So you putting $600, $700, $800 in it, your car's value is still $20,000.
$20,000, but you're presenting the car as new as possible.
Exactly.
And that's why they can't haggle it, right? So the flip side of that is you didn't fix the $3,500 worth of work that they found. You list it for $20,000, you get a phone call. And you go, okay, look, I'll take $16,500 because I know it needs work. Boom.
Yeah,
you're
but
done.
That's like you said, that's only if this X money that you're talking about is going into where it really needs something like that. You're just saying it's potential. So
no, okay, right. So but the point being too is that you're not going to fix the car and get the money back, right? If you got a used car and you spend $1,000, you can't get $1,000 more selling it. It doesn't work.
Yeah, exactly. Right. Exactly. So what's the next phase then when you're going in to sell this car for you?
Okay, so once you've decided you want to sell it privately, well, honestly, in my opinion, the best place to start is Craigslist. It's still a really good platform to sell a car.
Yeah, it can get a little crazy. Like everyone knows that deals with Craigslist, but you could also do Facebook Marketplace.
Of course.
My community here has its own page that I can put it into.
Yeah, the neighborhood apps. There's lots of online platforms that you can list, and they are effective. They are very effective.
Agreed.
Right.
Yeah, and also too. Go ahead.
I was going to say, your average Corolla, Camry, Civic Accord that's in fair to good condition, or let's just say good condition, it's probably selling in 7 days, 10 days.
Yeah, that reminds me of when your wife's uncle passed away, and you guys had a MR2 that you sold in what was it, 5 minutes?
Well, the phone started ringing literally 5 minutes after the post went live. And I kid you guys not, the car was sold in less than an hour of that post going live on Craigslist.
Right.
It was incredible.
Yeah, the reason why, folks, is that there are people on Craigslist, believe it or not, that will have alarm bells though when a certain car comes online. Yes. They check it every day. I was like that with Pontiac Fiero GTs. If I saw a GT on Craigslist, I was going to try to buy that car as fast as possible because to me, they had sentimental value, but they also hold value for me personally. And I love fixing them up and racing them. But so that being said, bro, I think we got a good picture for everybody to understand the process of selling the car. Go to kbb.com. Go to your mechanic, have it fully detailed. And I agree with Chris on this. You're not going to do all this work on your car and then sell it and think you're going to get $3,000 or $4,000 more work. Again, this, folks, is because you want to buy a brand new car. You don't want to sell your $20,000 car and buy a $20,000 car. That's not about this conversation. It's about buying a brand new car, and that will come down the line in this series that we're talking about. So, folks, thanks for watching. Subscribe to the video.
Tickle that bell.
Leave a comment.
Share it as much as you can.
And like it. Please, folks, like it. And have a great day.
Stay safe.
Remember, finding great car service
starts with an investigation.